Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So there's a lot of things to get through today. First things, I want to talk about the Astartes Channel update and just go through that, what's been happening and everything like that. Secondly, I want to talk about the hacking in general, because it's not just been the Astartes Channel. There's another YouTube channel that got hacked as well, which is part of our Warhammer family. With that, I want to talk about what you can basically do to protect yourselves for you people who have YouTube channels. And thirdly, I want to talk about this whole Coppa thing. Is it Coppa thing? What's bloody been going on, or what's going to be happening with YouTube over the next, well, I think it starts in January, and how that could affect channels like mine, and also how, if it does affect my channel, what does that mean for my channel going forward in the future? So let's just jump in and let's just get talking. I'll put some nice little footage of battles and stuff in the background so that can keep you entertained while I waffle on. Okay, so let's start with the Astartes stuff, because that is the main subject of this. So as I'm recording this video today is the 22nd of the 11th, 2019. The channel is still in the hacker's hands. He still has full control of the Astartes channel, which is absolutely bloody ridiculous. I cannot understand how YouTube is letting this happen. If you go over actually onto the channel at this moment in time, and there's a community post where he's posting stuff about other channels. You know, he's buying, this channel was bought of hackers and all that kind of stuff. First things first, don't believe any of that, because this guy cannot be trusted. So that is my first thing. Don't click on any of the links that guy's posted in community. I know the other day that he posted another post about, hey, there was like some adult photos taken from this account. Click on these links to see them. That is all false. All those links will take you to sites which will download viruses on your computer, which will then lead to more hacking on your side of things. So please do not go on them links. Ignore them. Don't interact or anything. If you do interact with it, if you call him like a bastard or something like that, he'll just delete it. I've been there and I've done it. He just deleted the post. He's only keeping like the nice comments so he looks like the good guy. He's not. He's an absolute cunt chop at this moment in time. Now, Astartes has been in contact with YouTube. He has actually got a line of contact with YouTube, and this was thanks to Markiplier. I know a lot of people have been saying, hey, Valrak, try and get Markiplier involved. He's a big 40k fan. I went to Astartes and said, hey, do you want me to try and like do like a big mass tweet to Markiplier like we did last time with YouTube to see if we can get his attention to help you out? And he came back with me and said, no, he's already helped me out. He got involved, and he gave me a contact to YouTube. Now, the information that Astartes give me from this is that he was told basically to create a new channel, but he couldn't do that because he basically didn't have access to his YouTube account, so he can't create anything new. The problem is, he's saying, is that they're trying to get his account re-enabled, but when he's doing the back and forth with him, it's more or less like one email a day, like back and forth. Like they'll say, hey, do this. He'll reply, well, I can't do that. I can do this. And it'll take them a full day to get back. Where is the support? Where is the support, YouTube? Come on now. Just have someone sit down for 1 hour, 2 hours, ring him up on his phone. I'm sure a multi-million-pound company that you can afford, you know, some international calls and say, hey, this is what happened. Look at my channel. The guy on the channel is posting about he's hacked the channel. There's no investigation needed, YouTube. Really? Please help this guy out. He makes some of the best, if not the best, 40k content on YouTube, and nothing's getting done about it. It's absolutely horrible, it's disastrous, and it just makes these hackers think they can do it to more people. Because, look at this. Nothing's been done, and they're basically throwing it in everyone's face, and yeah, we've hacked it. What you got to do, basically? And YouTube are doing nothing. It's absolutely horrible. Pull your finger out and bloody do something. Now, if you want to help Astartes, I would suggest, if you can, just give $1 to his Patreon, because this is the only kind of financial incentive he's got at the moment since his YouTube channel's been taken away. I'm a Patreon. I know there's a lot of big names out there who are also his Patreon followers. So if you want to go over there and help him out in any kind of way, just chuck him $1 or something. You know, just give him your support, because at the moment it's not looking too good. But fingers crossed that this will all be resolved fully by the end of this week, or at the latest, bloody next week. Now, this wasn't the only YouTube channel to get hacked, by the way. Major Kill, by the way, who has a fantastic lore channel. It's kind of lore, but with a bit of banter involved, which I absolutely love, because that's kind of my style of videos when it comes to lore. Really, really good. He also got hacked this week, but lucky enough for him, he actually got his account back. He actually put a big video about it. If you want to go over to his channel and watch that video, he explains all the situation there. But lucky enough for him, he got his channel back, and yeah, it's fully back in his operation now. Now, a lot of people have been saying, "Hey Valrak, is this part of they're aiming it at Warhammer YouTubers and stuff like that? Is it part of this kind of thing?" I would say yes and no. It's kind of, you can't really confirm that something's aimed at anything until we start seeing a lot more channels go down this road. Luckily enough, a lot of people are being very, very wary at the moment, and this leads into next subject: is how can you protect yourself? First things first is don't click on any links, because one of the main issues about this, and this is not from the Warhammer channels, but other channels that got hacked, is they got emails of people saying, "Hey, we'd love to support your content. Could you do a sponsored video? Could you click this link and come and sign up and stuff, so we can connect our stuff and everything like that." Don't do anything like that. Please don't click on any dodgy links. This is just like life. Don't click on anything that you feel is dodgy at all. I know some people may think, yeah, but that is kind of my source of income. How do I know what's real? At the end of the day, you have to just go with your gut. But for people who are very, very wary, just don't click on them, because for me, I get them all the time. I get people saying, "Hey, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that?" And the way I do my channel, I say, "No, thanks, you're okay." But I never click on any links. And there's another thing I do as well. My YouTube email is not the same as my contact email. So if you go on my About Me page at this moment, that email is not my YouTube email. I won't ever give my YouTube email out, because that is private. I get no emails there at all and stuff like that. That is kind of my, if people want to contact me, if people want to send me messages, ask me questions and stuff, it's a complete separate email. So I would suggest for other channels, and this is not just 40k channels, to do what I've done: create a separate email for people to send you stuff like sponsorships or questions or anything like that, so it doesn't go to your main Google mail, which could get took off you and you lose everything. So that's just a precaution. Another thing to do is activate two-step authorization. I've got it on my phone, where if someone tries to log into my account, my phone gets sent a code, and I have to put that code in for that person to completely log into my account. Now, I know that could never be broken, because I've always got my phone on there, unless someone, Mission Impossibles comes into my house, steals my phone, and does all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that is another massive thing of, protecting your account when it comes to all these bloody hackers. Again, I'll say it, YouTube really needs to do something massive about this. We've only just seen the tip of the iceberg with some of the 40k channels, but looking into this a bit more, there is some pretty big gaming channels. It mostly seems aimed at the gaming channels, of what I've seen, where they're going in and the hackers are getting the stuff, and then the hackers are then selling that kind of stuff on the bloody black market, wherever they bloody sell them, and people buying it just to get like the ad revenue and everything like that. So again, it's YouTube really needs to pull its finger out and sort this out. I've actually seen nothing from YouTube from this at all. I've seen no posting, no anything about it, and I think it's a massive, massive issue, and there's just no movement on their end. So come on, YouTube, you really need to sort yourself out and just put a statement out or something addressing it and say, okay, this is what we're working with, this is what we're going to be doing. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is this whole Coppa thing, which is going to be really taking force in January. Just to bring you up to speed what it is. Basically, over in on YouTube, they got fined off this regulation in America, and now you have to class your videos as either for children or for adults. But apparently, it's not up to us to decide. Like, we can set, like at the moment in time now, I've set my full channel for it's adults only. My content is for adults. It's not for anyone under the age of 18, because, the way I talk, for people who come to my live streams, I'm always, swearing and stuff like that, and just speaking with adult language. But since these channels like mine who show models off, Coppa can come in and say, no, you should be having this channel as a kids channel, and that can affect me, because if I set my stuff to adult and it should be a child stuff, then I could potentially be receiving a fine of up to $42,000 per video. which is completely mind-blowing because YouTube are not taking the consequences for this. They're putting it on us, which is very, very bizarre and absolutely strange, because it's up to me what I set my videos as. So why should someone come in and say, no, this is for this is for that? Because you have games and stuff, you have, like, yeah, Minecraft and stuff, but Minecraft doesn't mean it's always for kids. You can have adult themed Minecraft servers where people chopping people in half and, you know, all that kind of stuff. It doesn't mean because it's a kid's product, like models, people come in and say, yeah, models are designed for kids. No, they're not. They're not. 40k stuff is not for kids. This is a universe where a demon grows out your asshole and eats your head. It's not for kids. Even though it looks for kids because we have these cool models, it's not for kids. So how this is going to affect my channel going forward, I am a bit concerned. If the worst comes to the worst, I actually may just come off YouTube, and I don't mean that in like I'm taking my ball, I'm going home, because at the end of the day, guys, I've mentioned this so many times, this is not a job for me. I'm lucky enough to be self-employed, have my own business and stuff like that. This is just something on the side, where like a hobby, which I enjoy talking to you chaps, having some games and just talking Warhammer and stuff like that. So if it does come down to it where it can really affect my real life stuff, then I'm sorry, I'll probably have to walk away from it, because at the end of the day, I don't want to be hit with like £1 million worth of fines, which I can't afford. Declare bankruptcy. They can't take me then. All for a hobby. Yeah, that's going, you know, just way over what I intended for this stuff. This is just fun for me at the end of the day. So I'll have to follow that a bit more closely. I am very concerned. I thank you for your concerns. People who've been messaging me saying, "Hey, Valrak, what are you gonna do about this? What are you gonna do about that?" Yes, I have been following it. I'm just seeing what YouTube does a bit more, because at the moment it's all up in the air. They've just announced it, but again, it's just no one knows what the hell's going on, and YouTube with their communication is just diarrhea. So I'll be following it a little bit closer. Hopefully, it will just be a bump in the road, and we'll just look back at it and just have a laugh about it in the end. But yeah, that's it. I just want to give you a little update on that. Right, thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. And of course, I'd love to get, well, I'd love to get your thoughts and feedback, but this is more or less been like an information video. Fingers crossed that Astartes Channel will be fixed by the end of the week again. Please go and support him on Patreon if you haven't already, because that is his only source of income at this moment in time. So if you've enjoyed his content, if you do enjoy the content that he's currently making, because he is in process of making the next episode as well. I don't know where he's going to release it or anything. Maybe he'll release on Patreon for his Patreons, something to do like that. Who knows? Right, thank you for coming, thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you all very, very soon. See you now, and bye-bye.